The fears of South Asian parents is that their child is not going to achieve academically, achieve in terms of their employment, do the right thing by their parents. And there's also fear about what society will say. Very important, right? That guides their whole way of behaving with their children. So South Asian culture, and in particular other hierarchical cultures like that, I mean Asian cultures in general, do have very strong need for their children to succeed. What are the goals of parenting? So the goals of parenting for a Western population is that they want to bring out, confident, happy children, those who can do well and, are successful, blah, blah, blah. The goals of parenting for our community might be very different. Our goals are that they do well at school. They get a good job, they're a doctor or a lawyer or any of those, small range of things that we want. So our fears are also that our children don't reach those goals. One of those interesting things about our South Asian culture is that we're also very culturally strong, and one of our goals is that our children are culturally comfortable, so they can do music and dance and recitation and whatever else. All these are little symbols of their success, cultural success. There's also fear about what society will say. That guides their whole way of behaving with their children, and particularly with their daughters. In migrant populations, they have a lot of fears that their children are not going to achieve, and they're not going to be able to proudly proclaim their children in the same way. So, interestingly, what is helpful is a society or a family or a community that expects a lot of their children, right? So cultural expectations being strong is actually quite helpful. What is not helpful is if it becomes a noose around you. So wanting your children to do well and to participate in cultural activities, and the parents expect their children to work hard and achieve in a positive way, that's good. Actually, children do thrive and they do well. We know that across the Western world, Asian kids are doing well because cultural expectations are strong. But there is also the flip side of that, is there's a lot more internalizing problems. By internalizing problems, I'm talking about anxiety and depression, and a feeling of not meeting the expectations of their parents or their elders. So when it becomes unhelpful is when those expectations are excessive and they're not tuned in to that child. So, promoting your child and encouraging them and enabling them, that's a good word. Enabling them is good, but to expect them to tick all the boxes, you're not understanding the child. So understand them and enable them, to reach their full potential.